Today, Fulton County's district attorney sitting down with 11Alive for the first time since taking office.
She talked with Joe Hankey about her ongoing effort to have a new prosecutor assigned in 2 high-profile cases where Atlanta police officers are charged.
This is something that's done all of the time, and it's not that you get out of work, because as you give a work to another prosecutor, they give you a case from another jurisdiction where that prosecutor had a conflict.
Fulton County DA Fani Willis says it should have been a non-issue to ask Attorney General Chris Carr to assign a new prosecutor to the Rayshard Brooks case and the case of 2 college students being tased. Willis twice asked Carr, and both times he said no.
What's your reaction as to him coming back twice and saying, I hear you, but I don't agree with it, and I want the cases to stay with you?
I think it's a very peculiar decision of AG Carr. It contradicts the long-standing tradition of when a prosecutor or lead prosecutor decides that there's a conflict. Typically, it's just an administrative duty of the Attorney General's office to appoint that to another office. It's not lost on anyone that legal scholars have opined and looked at this issue, and they agree with me.
In a letter to Carr, Willis described how her predecessor, Paul Howard, charged 2 APD officers in the Brooks case and 6 more in the tasing case during his re-election bid. And Willis claims Howard then used video evidence in campaign ads, possibly violating state bar rules. She believes any wrongdoing puts a cloud over the entire office. Carr's spokeswoman tells 11Alive in her letters the Fulton County District Attorney makes a good case for why her predecessor has a conflict, but not her own. Former officer Garrett Rolfe is charged with Brooks's murder. His attorney has filed a motion to recuse the DA, which could allow a new prosecutor to still be assigned. Willis says if that does not happen, she could file her own similar motion. She will prosecute the cases, though, if needed.
I would do my oath and do it, but there's foreshadowing here. We are likely to run into problems, and I think it's a very unwise way to move.
And Willis says she's also heard misinformation out there that a new prosecutor for these cases would mean they would be tried outside Fulton County. She says that is wrong. They still would be tried before a Fulton County jury. I also talked with Willis about her investigation now into the 2020 presidential election and, of course, that phone call between then President Trump and Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. I'll have that part of our interview coming up at 6.